Hey, I'm Noah.
Hey, I'm Tim.
And this is our ongoing comic strip AP of Dogs in the Vineyard.
All right, so I'll be playing as Clementine. We are in Bridal Falls, picking up from last time. We just had a little flashback to Clem's initiation last time, but now we're jumping back into her and her brother and instructor Ryland.
Yeah, and so I wanted to bring up something that has happened a couple times in this show. I kind of want to talk just for a quick second about the idea of retconning moment-to-moment physical actions. Last time we saw Clementine before Bridal Falls, you got shot in the knee, but then you also got shot in the stomach. But the way the mechanics work is you actually can use your dice to kind of retcon and say, no, that didn't happen.
Right, because we're using this dice kind of like we're playing poker. So, all right, you have a good hand, but I have something that good or better. So I can block that. You shoot me in the stomach? No, you don't.
Right, yeah. And so that's what happened that last episode. So Clementine did get shot in the knee, didn't block or dodge that, took the fallout from it, but didn't get shot in the stomach. So that's I kind of wanted to explain, like, why you're still alive.
Yeah, and part of that's, the dice meta game is going on in the background. We see that, but we're focusing just on that conversational back and forward.
Yeah, so just wanted to clear that up for listeners.
Sweet. Shall we jump in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. So I'm sitting against this awfully hard-backed chair in the administrative quarters of Brother Ryland. Well, he was my instructor back when I trained to be a dog. Next to me is my brother, my brother Edwin. Haven't seen him in a while. In fact, I haven't been here in a few years. And the two of us are sitting in these hardback chairs being taken to task, apparently, about what is perceived as prior misdeeds. Ryland's about to open his mouth and say something else, but I don't know if I'm going to want to hear it. My name is Sister Clementine, and I'm a dog.
So Brother Ryland just kind of reminded you of your initiation and how you went into the woods trying to best your brother, who's also sitting right here. How does that, like...
My face flashes hot with embarrassment. Sure, I mean, who wouldn't want to be like Edwin, golden boy Edwin there? I don't like that comparison being made while I'm sitting right next to him. Yeah, my face is flushed red with embarrassment. I don't think I immediately respond.
Brother Ryland is just like, no, I'm not saying what you two did is wrong. I'm just saying there's still a problem and it needs to be fixed. We can't have Hooper and this new hope. I don't care how you decide it, but you have to pick one. You have to merge these communities back and solve this rift that you two have created. And Edwin kind of, you see him look away, maybe in your direction, and give a slight eye roll that maybe Brother Ryland doesn't pick up on.
Yeah, I elbow him in his side when I see that. Ryland, to clarify, both of us will be writing this, not our wrong, but wrong of the people. Is that correct? Us too?
Yes. This problem started when Edwin, you went there, and then Sister Clementine, you followed up, and now we have a rift in the community. It needs to be solved. I think you're the two to do it.
Brother Ryland, the King of Life has spoken so, and we must make these towns whole again. So I'll confer with my brother. We'll figure this out. Eddie, come on, why don't we find somewhere to hang out for a little bit? We have some catching up to do.
And as you're saying that, Edwin's probably already out of his seat. He's already hands in his pockets, walking out the door.
Eddie, Brother Edwin, and I'm chasing after him.
Right. Yeah. So where do you guys go? Where do you want this scene to be?
So I like the idea that we have a tree we would climb.
Mm-hmm.
That this was his tree that he would go to think about life or to get away from responsibilities, maybe.
Sure.
And when I became a dog, I found his knife carvings in the bark. And so I knew that was his tree.
Yeah.
It's this big old crabapple tree that's in the rear courtyard. And this time of year, it being spring, it's just brilliant pink blossoms that have just started to bloom. Sure. So I took to that tree because I knew that was his. And I'm thinking that, either I would find him there or lead him there together.
Sure. And I kind of like the idea that maybe, it's a lesser used courtyard, and a good 30 paces away, there's like a squat stone fence. Mm-hmm. You used to shoot bottles here, and he probably used to shoot bottles here also. Mm-hmm. So you come into this courtyard, and you do see him in the tree, and he's lined up probably like 15 bottles on that wall.
Is he taking shots already?
Not yet.
Okay.
As is his want, he's nonchalantly sitting in this tree. He's almost lounging, He's got like one knee up and his back up. He's probably not too high in the tree, just 6 or 7 feet up, but it's very casual. And you see him going from, a head down position, almost not even looking at this bottles, gun not drawn, to just pew, 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 and he just like shoots 3 perfectly.
Yeah, my mouth is hanging open. Like, I forgot what it's like to see him go. So I'll call out at that point.
I think he notices you before you even call out, too. It's part of the
He probably noticed, and I didn't catch up on that. Yeah, I was watching him shoot.
Yeah, so I think he's like, "Sis Clem, you come to shoot also?"
Brother, I think I'm here to watch. You mind if I join you in that tree, and you can critique my form?
Climb on up.
All right. He probably made this look a little easier. I stumble a couple times on some dead growth from the winter, so I'm going up a couple dead limbs. And
he's in the best spot. And maybe that's where the carvings are, like right behind him.
So there's a knotty limb just below him, and I have to settle with a seat below my brother. Feels right. So first thing I do, actually, as I'm staying lower, is I take apart my gun best I can and clean it, because it's been a wet winter, wet going into spring, and I probably didn't take as good care of it as I should have.
Yeah.
So as I'm cleaning that trusty revolver, I can't help but stare directly at my brother's gun and ask, that steward you shot back in Hooper, he had to die, right?
And you see, he's got that long golden hair, but he's also wearing kind of a cowboy hat right now. So there's a shade over his eyes, but you see him look up, and he doesn't look at you necessarily. He kind of just looks up, and he's like, "Man, I am just so sick of everybody questioning my judgment. First Brother Ryland, always Brother Ryland. Now you, little sis?"
No, I'm elder brother. I'm sorry. I'm not questioning. It's. I know people are gonna ask this question, and
sure, but you've been out there. People are always questioning what you do. Have you shot anybody out there?
And at this point, my gun is loaded, and I make a shot, but I miss the first time. Yeah, I've had to shoot and
did it
kill
have
a
to
few.
be done?
Well, it was the King of Life's will. I mean, if he willed it, it had to be done. Some things are just the way they are, Eddie. I mean, it's as simple as that, right?
And at that point, he shoots the one you were aiming for, and it just explodes. And he's like, "Well, if that's your answer, that's my answer too."
Eddie, I'll follow you. I'll do what you think is best. I mean, I know that you're more experienced at all these things. And when I went to Hooper, I felt like I was trying to walk in your shoes there, and I just did my best. And I didn't shoot anyone. Maybe I should have, but I made sure that Cousin Clester was safe in his position, just like you had meant him to be. And I know what it's like, having a million eyes watching you any street you go down. Hell, I even feel it when I'm just roaming around from town to town, like everyone's watching and judging. I know that ain't easy.
Exactly. I'm so sick of being a dog. I'm over this. This place is so stifling. And he shoots another bottle.
Eddie, I'm kind of surprised to hear that. I mean, you're in your prime. I'm
past it. I'm the oldest dog out here. I should be moved into some other position. But Brother Ryland and the other elders, they haven't moved me. I think it's because I haven't found a woman, but what business is that of theirs?
No, as a woman, I know what you mean. I mean, I'm already becoming of a certain age where it makes sense that I marry off, become someone's third wife.
He shoots another bottle at that point.
Or I become a dusty old instructor like Ryland there. I've questioned the same thing. But there was a moment, an incident at a town. Shoot, Eddie, I'm looking right at him. I don't think he's looking at me yet, but right. It's easier to talk when he's not looking right at me. I was with child for a spell, for 9 months to be exact. I spent every single day praying to the King of Life, letting him fill me with his judgment and tell me what to do next. And I thought that was the time to hang up my coat. I delivered that baby of mine, and I left him with his father in the town where we met. And that's when the King of Life spoke to me, and he said that you still have a mission to do, that there is still work for you to do, and that I was able to leave all of that behind because I was filled with his will. And it's as simple as that. I still feel it today, and I know that there will come a day, and maybe soon, where his will no longer comes through me, and that's when I will pack up my coat, spend the rest of my days not being a dog, but trying to make good by my son. And until then, I'm going to keep on shooting.
I think there's like kind of a long break in the conversation.
Yep.
And maybe you just both shoot bottles for a couple minutes.
Mm-hmm.
After a little bit, Edwin finally makes eye contact with you. And he's got those just like deep blue eyes. And he says, "Look, little sis, I'm not going to judge you or anybody for their actions. You probably did what you felt was right. That's all any of us can do. This whole King of Life stuff, I don't know anymore."
You don't know anymore? Brother?
I just want to do something big with my life. Something people are going to remember.
Eddie, let's ride together. Why? We've never ridden together as dogs before. This can be something big. It's for me, but for the King of Life, too.
I don't know. I feel like you can handle Hooper or New Hope or whatever our stupid cousin wants to call his town.
So what's at stake is, will Brother Edwin accompany me to these cities? Eddie, know it's important to come, not just because of Ryland and whatnot, but because of you and me. I'm your sister asking. Come along.
Yeah, it might be fun, but I don't know. It seems so pedestrian. I heard about this gang I want to chase. I think you can handle Hooper or New Hope or whatever by yourself. I mean, look at you. You're all grown up.
And I shoot him a nasty look and I say, "Brother, you're being an ass right now. You're going to take on an entire gang by yourself. That is a safer decision for a sibling to make? No way. It's simple. Ride with me. Brother, we like to ride together. Ride with me to the towns, see what the situation is. If there's nothing to do there, you and I, we can go hunting. We can go ride through the mountains. We can even look for your gang, but come with me. Don't abandon me."
You don't think I can take out a gang by myself? And he shoots that last bottle, but he just nicks it, and it might be on purpose, where it like spins a little bit, but stays standing up. I heard about this bandit named Frank. I feel like if I can take out him and his gang, well, people will really remember me.
So that bottle's still spinning. I grab my gun as quickly as I can. I shoot, and well, it takes a few shots, and it's not quite as impactful as I would have liked. But I say, "Brother, unlike your actions right now, I wear this coat proudly as a dog, and I know a dog can take on a gang. Hell, I've taken on the Crescent Moon gang, and I nearly shot every one of them dead. And so, sure, I'll help you clean up that gang after you come to Hooper or New Hope with me."
When you mention the Crescent Moon gang, he like really intensely stares at you. And he jumps down out of that tree, but he grabs your boot and pulls you out of the tree with him. And he's just got you by the coat. And his face is right next to your face. And he said, "You've seen this Crescent Moon gang? You know Franklin? Sis, you're going to tell me everything."
How dare he drag me around like a rag doll? I try to flip him on over my shoulder, and, well, okay, he's heavier than I remember when we were kids, and so I'm wrestling and grunting, and I'm not quite able to, but it's clear I'm standing my ground right now, even if I'm not doing anything fancy. I shove him up against the tree, and I say, brother, I'll tell you everything you want to know when we're in New Hope or Hooper.
He breaks eye contact, you know. He was like real passionate for a minute there, and now his shoulders sag a little bit, and he's looking to the side. He's like, all right, I'll come with you.
I take a step back in surprise. It's like I broke a wild horse right now.
Sure.
I look around at those pink blossoms on the tree, and they're lit up by the dying blaze of the sunlight. It's nearly dark outside, and I didn't think I was going to go that far to get Edwin to come along. And I call out to him to follow me back to our quarters, and he doesn't respond, so I walk back alone, and I don't see him the rest of that night. And I wonder how much we're going to be on our own as we travel together. Hope we can walk side by side again after that.
Hi, this is Jason from the Gauntlet Gaming Community. If you enjoyed this episode of Comic Strip AP, please consider supporting the Gauntlet on Patreon. Our page can be found at patreon.com/gauntlet.
Right, because remember in that the dice are kind of like you're playing pool, you know? So
Poker.
Fuck, what is up with my talking today? God, poker.
I was like, we're just throwing these dice at each other. Corner pocket.